Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Houston Sports Talk back in the video today, and today we're going to be talking about the Houston Rockets potentially signing Damian Lillard, as Damian Lillard was waived by the Milwaukee Bucks today, being one of the biggest buyouts in NBA history. It was reported after it that Damian Lillard is happy about this release, and not only that, but there are 10 or more teams that have reached out to Damian Lillard and are interested in Lillard. And something tells me the Rockets might be one of those teams. The Rockets, are a team right now that is, we know of, looking for improvement at the shooting level, 3-point shooting level. They've done a great job doing that already with Kevin Durant and Dorian Finney-Smith. But we also know the Rockets wouldn't mind adding in another superstar next to Kevin Durant. And I think a window just opened that not a lot of people thought would happen. And that window opening is Damian Lillard being a free agent. Now, the problem would be is that, it's not going to be the two stars that would be on the team, Dame and KD. Dame isn't going to be on the roster most of the year. This is a signing that would be, you see Lillard come in, and he's sitting most of the season recovering from that torn Achilles. But I think the great thing is Lillard come in. Houston has great medical staff in the city, one of the best medical centers in the country, and then also you've got a guy like Kevin Durant on the roster already who's dealt with the torn Achilles. He can go over this with Damian Lillard, help him return. He can give him advice. That would be great for Lillard. And honestly, I think Lillard and Fred VanVleet could make things work as the 1 and 2. It would be a little difficult because then maybe a guy like Jabari Smith Jr. has to go back to the bench. But one of Lillard or VanVleet can play at the 2. It's not absolutely crazy to suggest that. I mean, I know it'd be very small. That's the problem. It'd be a very small lineup. VanVleet's 6'1", 6'2". Lillard's 6'2". So that's the only questionable thing. How do the Rockets handle that? Is the problem. How do the Rockets handle having Damian Lillard and Fred VanVleet on the same team? Because you don't want to put either one of those guys on the bench, and both of those guys are starting caliber players. So it'd be a height advantage for other teams if the Rockets had Damian Lillard and Fred VanVleet in the starting lineup. And right now, with the current starting lineup that it looks like for the Rockets going into games every night have a huge advantage with their size in the starting lineup. Because you've got very small Fred VanVleet at the 1, but then at the 2 you've got Amen Thompson at his height, 6'6", 6'7", at the shooting guard position. Then you've got at the small forward, you've got Kevin Durant, who's 6'11". I don't believe him when he really says that. I think Durant's really 7 foot. Jabari's 6'11" at the power forward. Şengün is 7 foot. It is such a huge lineup already. It gets smaller if Jabari has to go to the bench and Lillard comes in. I'm not saying just because of that the Rockets should not sign Lillard. Maybe it's something where if the Rockets did pick up Lillard, VanVleet would have to go to the bench. But like I'm saying, I don't think you want to risk giving up the big starting lineup this Rockets team has. So, I think the Fred VanVleet thing of it is the interesting thing. Fred VanVleet's not going anywhere. He just signed a 2-year, $50 million extension. Fred's not going anywhere. I don't think so. But let me know your thoughts on the potential signing for the Rockets in the comment section, and peace out.